Hey, how's it going? As a men's dating coach for upwards to a decade, I've always been really impressed with Craig Ferguson. The guy is a flirting phenomenon. He does an incredible job, and he's what I consider the exception to the rule. So whereas another guy of his age wouldn't be able to flirt with a girl, it's okay for him. Where in today's society, where you are told what you can or can't do, he is allowed to get away with it.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living.
People often mistake you and Pamela Anderson, don't they?
It's funny, it's just because, you know.
The Canadian thing.
That or the boobs.
One of those is a lie.
I want you guys to notice how expressive he is with his face, the way he uses his body.
Well, if you ever want to come.
It got weird, didn't it? Yeah.
Here he's doing a great job of misinterpreting. Now this is what you're gonna see a lot in his style. It's that he's constantly misinterpreting everything as sexual. He's not afraid to express the fact that he is a sexual being. He is allowed to be whatever he wants. Because he doesn't let people judge him and he is gonna be himself authentically, he is going to be this guy. Now here's the thing though, that a lot of you guys have to notice. He is flirting without a need for anything back from the girl. He's doing it 100% for himself, for his own self-amusement.
I thought it was going good.
I did too.
We were getting along.
I just ruined it all.
No, you didn't ruin it. It just kind of got a little weird. We'll get past it.
I like your snake mug.
Thanks very much. It's it's a substitute for a small penis. It's actually not. It's a double bluff. I've got a huge penis.
That's
Mouth organ? I've used it though.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Here's a really cool strategy. Now, a lot of people, you think that you need to go really deep with the conversation. You think that you need to talk about things in depth, go into one subject really, you need to go into one subject down deep. But guys who are actually good with girls, they're ADD. Now, I want you guys to think about this. Now, when you guys are watching a TV show, and the show is constantly switching between different characters, switching between different scenes really fast, does it make it a lot more engaging than if you are sitting on the same scene for a long time? Of course it does. So in the same way, when you have a conversation with a girl or anybody in general, you want to focus on shallow conversations where you're rapidly switching between subjects. Now this is going to make your conversations a lot more engaging.
Right. What did you wear?
Right? I wore nothing.
Well, I'm sure that was very popular.
This is going back to the exception to the rule type guy. This guy is unrelenting. Everybody assumes that he's just supposed to be this guy, so even girls that get onto the show, they know he's just a flirtatious guy. He doesn't mean anything by it, it's just the way that he is, and he has a lot of fun doing it. He is doing it for the fun of you and her, not to get anything out of her, but for himself. And this is what you guys want to implement if you guys want to flirt with girls the right way.
This represents me pretty accurately.
Oh, really? Talk me through it. Pussy? And this mouth organ here, have you blown it before?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you want to blow it?
I'll give your organ a little toot if you want me to.
He expresses the traits that make him the exception to the rule type guy. So the things that will hold back one type of guy, his looks, his ethnicity, anything like that, things that other guys think matter, doesn't stop him. He is, I'm not really sure his age, I don't want to say it. And then, one day this video will be pretty big and him finding it. So he's definitely a little bit older. Now a guy like this, he's supposed to be creepy, right? Girls are not supposed to be turned on by this or even engaging in this. And yet pretty much all the girls are very down to be flirting with this guy. It's because he's the exception to the rule. Something that holds another guy back doesn't hold him back. And it's because of the traits, the beliefs, and the things that he does. He has certain beliefs that allow him to have a stronger frame than society. Society says an old guy flirting with a girl is creepy. He gets away with it.
Do you want to do the awkward pause now? I mean, it is about time.
No, let's not do the awkward.
You don't want to do the awkward pause?
It's so awkward.
Well, what do you want to do then?
I want to feel comfortable.
I love the way he's doing this. He's flipping the frame that we want something that's uncomfortable. Let's get some awkwardness in this conversation. Come on, let's go back to the basics. He's flipping things around that are classically bad and turning them into a positive.
Seen him on the beach before.
Really? Are you a beach girl?
Kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do there?
Get tan.
Do you wear a little outfit?
Little bikini.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks.
That's what I wear as well. Oh, I forgot you're frightened of the snake,
Wait,
aren't you?
I don't know if I want to see you in a bikini.
Why not?
You don't have boobs.
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Now, here's the next thing. In today's society, everybody wants to crimp down on what you can or can't say because it's offensive, because you hurt somebody's feelings. But to be charismatic, you have to risk being offensive, as I've said hundreds of times. And he's willing to offend. Now, here's the thing. If you offend somebody, it's just an indication that person's not supposed to be in your social circle. Approach on what you can or can't do, and then guess what? You're a caricature of a person instead of your real, authentic self.
Seen him on the beach before.
Really? Are you a beach girl?
Kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do there?
Get tan.
Do you wear a little outfit?
Little bikini.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks.
That's what I wear as well. Oh, I forgot you're frightened of the snake,
Wait,
aren't you?
I don't know if I want to see you in a bikini.
Why not?
You don't have boobs.
Yes, I do.
Do you?
All right, so I'm gonna show you guys a quick tactic that Craig has done multiple times to loosen up the person he's talking to. He misinterprets very subtly. He doesn't overtly say that it's sexual, but he implies. Then the person implies that that was sexual, and then he implies that it wasn't. Now the person feels a little off kilter, but he's doing it in a joking way, teasing. And this allows them to get away with things that in general would be offensive. And the people that are gonna try to nitpick and take things out of your sentences and do a smear campaign on you, it's tough for them to do it if they don't have the words to back it up. If it's all implication, people that are trying to smear you, they can't take you out with implication.
And now this is the biggest key to his charisma. The fact that he does not look at anybody as higher than himself in value.
Everyone talks about. Everyone wants to know, was it really exciting to kiss Hugh Jackman? And what I want to know was how exciting it was to have Craig Ferguson.
Go with the dragon tattoo.
Now, going back to the exception to the rule type guy, does it seem like Craig Ferguson feels lower status than the girls he's talking to? I don't think so. If I were to guess, I would guess that Craig either thinks he's at the girl's level, if not a little bit above her. Now, how easy is it for you to be really clever and witty when you're talking to somebody when you think you're higher status than them? Probably pretty easy. A lot of you guys need to give yourselves permission to be the 12 out of 10, to assume value in among yourself. A lot of you guys are crushing it in life. And as a coach, I see it time and time again, where you guys are not giving yourselves permission to be that 12 out of 10, even though you have all these things lining up behind this. If you guys don't have any proof that you're a 12 out of 10, start accruing it while also brainwashing yourself. Because a lot of people nowadays, they think that they're gonna get more love by making themselves smaller, when in all actuality, it's the complete opposite.
In his head, he's a 12 out of 10. When you talk to somebody that you don't see as above you, that maybe you see at the same level, if not a little bit below you, isn't it a lot easier to talk in a charismatic way as opposed to trying to get something from somebody else, or feeling the need to qualify yourself or supplicate or act in a way that is disingenuous to yourself? If you think of yourself as the person with the value in any conversation, isn't it a lot easier to be charismatic? So here's some clips of him talking to his superiors. How does he talk to people that are in a workplace considered to be higher value?
Don't be mad at me for that. I didn't even say anything yet. It's a thing. It's a British sci-fi. So why are you looking at me like that? You're meant to be supportive. You're a network executive.
We can only air 5 words of what you just said.
Is one of them penis? Yes, good. Then mean. It's moon wrong. That's a slang word. That's a slang word, and you don't have to put it in. It's clean, though. It's clean, and that's the main thing. Oh, great. The thumbs up? Yeah, you want to get a thumbs up from the CBS executive. That's when you know when you're on track. That's when you know you're really hitting the comedy high points. Stop taking taking notes like you're going to report me to the principal or something. You can't do that. You can't report me to anyone. Who are you going to report me to? Like the head of show business? I don't even get it. It's a slang word from my country. You're a racist. What's the deal with the taking notes about me?
They're like twins. It's adorable.
Yeah. It's nice to see someone worse lit than yourself sometimes, though.
How can you become more like Craig Ferguson? Now, nobody is cut from a different cloth. What does this mean? This means that something that somebody else has, you can have yourself. You just have to take the same actions. You have to take on the same beliefs, the same habits, the same mindsets and personality traits of these people, and you can get it. Believing you are a high enough value for somebody else. How can you do this? 1, you can start taking actions that prove to yourself that you are of worth, that you're a high value person. Number 2, give yourself permission. It's okay for you to maybe not have some people like you, but you have to be willing to give yourself the value first, to give yourself the ups before other people will do it for you. If you're constantly supplicating and qualifying to others and you're never giving yourself, hey, look at all these things that I accomplished, you're of course not gonna be coming from a place of value. So it's gonna be tenfold harder to be charismatic. The actions are driven by the habits, which are driven by the mindsets and the beliefs of the individual. If you change the mindsets and the beliefs to align with the actions that you want, you'll get the same results as somebody else. What are the outcomes of life that I want? Now, who has the outcomes that I want? Craig Ferguson is a great model for attraction for any man. If you guys want to become attractive as a man, you adopt these traits and you look at the actions, the mindsets, and the beliefs that drive the actions. If you guys want to change yourselves to be more of a flirtatious individual, more of a charismatic man, you look to this and you start changing the actions. With that being said, peace out.
Blood and sweat up on my chains. Remember walking in the rain, looking at my life each and every night. Wonder when this shit could change. Throw my heart up on the stage. Look at the new waters in the game. Y'all supporting garbage, I'm ashamed to be on the same list of those names. Every time I drop flames, and your song sound the same.